Hope most of you got this amazing trade this morning from the Asian session. We took that trade in the Asian trading room this morning. We got that one. We got the Aussie Pong Oz sell. We got the Euro Oz sell. The Euro Oz sell. Some of my traders got 1, 2, and 3 of these trades. So the Euro Oz was a really great sell too. Going down, you can see those sell setups that we normally have. And those were forecasted moves, by the way. If you watch my webinar that I put out on Monday, you would see those trades. Good afternoon, traders. My name is Anil Mangal. If you don't know me, I created this method called wave analysis to use to make forecasts and show you how we trade the market. Now, these are amazing trades. Of course, it dropped during the news, but that's how we trade it. And those were good trades that we took. So I'm going to go through back some of the trades update that we have for today, trades we are trading today. I'm going to give a quick update on all the majors, and then I'm going to tell you about the special offer we're doing for you guys, right? So the special offer we're doing is we're giving you 2 months access to our trading room if you decide to join the installment program. Joining the installment program means you pay like $100 a month. You get access to 2 live sessions daily. Every morning, London Open. We do a 1-hour session, 1 hour to 2 hour session. New York Open, we do a 1 hour to 2 hour session where we trade live. You get to join us and you get to see how we do these trades basically. This one is done in our trading room, but when we do it in the New York and the London session, you get to see trades we're taking. And those are live sessions. What you also get when you join the installment program is that you get a recording come to you with all these trades and all the setups that we see in the morning. So we record that in the London session and then we send that off to you. So if you can't make it for the rest of the day, or if you couldn't make it in the London session, you can watch the recording. Most people come live because then you get to ask questions when you're in the live session. So I'm going to go through the majors, tell you about trades. By the way, before I do that, you might want to remember you might want to check the last video I posted out, the very last video I posted out. That was on Monday. And remember when I was describing how trading would be difficult for you using this one? So when we were here Monday, I'll take out these 2 lines because these 2 lines will change your perspective of what the chart is doing. This is what it's doing right now. I want you to go back and watch that webinar that I posted on Monday because I told you what could likely happen. We had this as a possible contracting flat, and that is normal. You will expect that if you have 2 sharp moves and it looks like contracting flat going up, that is possible. So if that possibility was correct, then what we will be looking for, we'll be looking for a buy setup here to go up. And at that time, this looks very corrective. That looks like it can go up. But remember what I said to you if you go and watch the video, that although we look for it for an upside, we are in the sell. And the reason we were in the sell is because we realized that, yes, this down move could happen. So we sold this one on the 15 minutes and we closed the trade here. We were actually looking for a buy when that up move started. So if you put it like this, when the up move started, we were looking for a buy. We had an entry order to buy above this top here. And then it started to drop and we figured out, okay, we're going for the downside. So we took a sell. I think we sold it here. We closed that trade here. And as you can see already, we are back in the trade here. So where would this go? Well, why are we closing and entering? Well, because remember, you're still in the consolidation and you don't know where it's going to end. You don't know at what point it's going to go back up. Now, I'm expecting this to come to about here. I'm in that trade. The trade is at break even already, which means if it goes back up, we'll be buying. Remember, the bigger picture of this thing is upside. So we're looking for this running flat. And after this running flat, I'm expecting this to go up. So let's go and look at the bigger picture. Why that? Well, you can see this consolidation here, right? So I'm thinking this comes here and then we start taking off like a rocket. That's one option. The second option is you see this channel forming here. You come back to the top here, you come back to the bottom here, and then you go. Those are possibilities of how this chart can develop at the moment. And based on those possibilities, we take trades on what we have for the day. We are day traders. We trade and we get in, get out within the day. We're not investors. We don't stay for a longer period of time. So we're now in this trade. And if this thing doesn't go for the next couple of hours, we'll close it. We'll re-enter again to the downside later. But if it drops, then so be it. We're in the trade. See? So I'm going to go through now the majors for you guys and show you where we are in what situation, right? So let's start with the dollar index. Dollar index still consolidating. If you remember, and you should not remember, just go watch the video. I told you if the dollar index keeps doing this and come back deep here and start to do this, it will probably go up some more. But the probability of a downside is higher because now you're looking at this as a flat for downside. If we get buy setups, we take the trade. Like I just showed you, we sold. We actually sold pound. We have a euro sell as well. I'll show you that. And I'll show you what silver and everything else is. So I expect this to probably go up some more, but the big picture is downside. So as soon as we get a sell setup, now that the top of this one is broken, as soon as we get a sell setup, we'll be selling. Now, this is the difficulty with giving you forecasts and trading live. Trading live is real. Forecast is something that might happen or might not happen. And what I think might happen based on the pattern that I have now can change. In a couple hours, that changed. So we're looking for more upside. But if in a couple hours, we get a sharp drop here, and I get a flag here in 2 hours, in 3 hours, we'll be selling this. So I'm giving you my forecast now that we're likely going to make more upside. And that could change in 3 hours based on this pattern. Most likely, if this just keep going, we will get a sell setup because it's going to drop sharp, make a flag, and then go. Silver. From what I did the last time from the channel we had here, remember what I said about this channel? They will come back to the bottom of the channel. There's a good chance they're going to keep going to the bottom of the channel. When they break out and they make a flag, then you go for this trade. That trade, we expected to go out of the structure completely, but then they came back down, and then that's it. They tell us what they're doing. They're making a bigger flat here. They should come back a little more here, and then you can see these forecasts. These arrows are way ahead of time, right? These arrows don't come after the fact. They come before the fact. So this one, once we see that, we expect this to come here, and then we're going to be looking for buy setups. We're not selling this. We'll be looking for buy setups. Once it breaks that low, we'll be looking for buy setups. Now, will that buy go out? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe that buy will just come like this. That buy will come here, go back down, come here, go back down, and then eventually we break out. But if we see these structures develop, we would be able to trade the downside and the upside. So it doesn't matter which one comes. We'll be able to trade both of them. Gold. Well, gold is an easier one. I think you can all see this. We expect this to come down. At some point, it's not coming down as yet. It's not breaking out. It's still there. So it's kind of doing this. It will probably consolidate here for a while more. We're not looking for the sell, by the way. We wanted to just finish this move here, and then we're looking for the move to the upside because the sell doesn't have a risk to reward in it. There is nowhere you can sell that and get a risk to reward because you'll be opening yourself to a lot of risk if you put an entry here to sell. Where does you put a stop, here or here? If you put a stop there, you lost that trade. If you were selling this and putting a stop here, you lost that trade already. And that is how traders lose quite a lot of trades, even because they're trying to sell inside this consolidation and they don't know where that consolidation stops. We sell when the consolidation is out of the range. Again, you can watch us do this. You can watch us for 2 months and then make your mind up if this is what you want to do. Send me a Skype message. Let me give you the Skype message. The Skype, by the way. Type MANGAL457. Send me a Skype message and you get 2 months to make your mind up. Come on. That's a giveaway. Right? So join us. We have a lot of traders who join us. They took up that opportunity, and that opportunity only exists until the end of this week. So you have just about a couple days more till Sunday to make your choice in that. Please do it, because you're going to have 2 months to decide, hey, I like what they're doing, I don't like what they're doing, and you get to do it live. And you can do that with any trader. Any guru out there who is offering you something said, hey, okay, give me 2 months of live or a month of live session with you. Let me see how you trade. Let me see how you manage trades. And I'll decide if I can do that. It's that simple, right? So let's go. Euro. Downside, you can see we already have the sell setup forming here. There's a smaller sell setup here in the 15. Let me just open that. You can see that 15-minute sell setup. So we're going with this trade downside. This is still going down. Let's see where that is going to go. Pound. Pound, we're in this sell. I told you that already. We're in the pound sell. So remember when we showed you that, it's dropping, it's dropping. It's going to come here, and then we'll see. We'll be looking for the upside. Aussie. Aussie went up really nice. Aussie, the structure has changed, the pattern. Remember, I told you these patterns will change. So if you remember Aussie, my chart looked like this. Go back and watch it. My chart looked like this. and we were breaking out the bottom here. And we told you when they break out, it's very good chance they could drop way down to the bottom, right? If you go and look at the chart that I posted on the video that I posted on the 17th, we were here, and I told you we're going to come to the bottom. But look at how it came. We still took trade. Now it's at the top there. There's a good chance we might get a buy here, and then we're going to get a downside because this now looks like we're making a flat here. And if that happens, you get one up, one down. You go back up there, and then you drop. So this will all be a bigger correction. I also told you about that possibility that the correction could become much bigger than it is right now. And if you understand how wave patterns develop, then you understand what the next piece is going to be. And as it starts to develop, you're like, okay, I figure out from that pattern, we're getting this pattern now. We're getting a more bigger pattern, more complex from a simple one. So now I'll take this off because what we think is happening is that we're making a running flat here. What if we're wrong about a running flat and we get a buy setup here? We'll take the buy setup, but if we're wrong, instead of stopping here and coming back down, this thing is going to continue to go. So we will be in the trade. Can it actually drop from this point? You may say, well, what if it dropped? How do you know that it's going to go? What if it starts dropping? Well, we showed you already. We had a sell entry here. That was before the news. When this happened, we'll get a sell entry here, if that happens. If that doesn't happen, you consolidate here, and we buy it. See, it's very simple. It's understanding how patterns develop and which direction they can go. Now, if you're not a wave analysis trader, you don't know wave analysis, and you're looking at it, you'll say, well, this guy is just guessing his way. I get you. I understand you don't know it's complex. So I'm giving you a challenge. You take the challenge, come in here with, especially the skeptics, the people who are skeptical. I want you here for that 2 months. That is this month and next month. I want you here for 2 months to be skeptical. Come and look at how we do it. Watch every step of what we do, and then make your own choice. Tell me whether you think this works. Those amazing trades we took this morning in the Asian session, my traders were really convinced it worked because they took those trades without me. I joined the session exactly when the news was coming up, but they already had their entry orders going. And these are traders who were trained in my group using the same method. They don't need me there. They're already very good at it. They can do this by themselves. We still have them in the group because we are always happy to keep the good traders in the group to help the struggling new traders who are coming in. And we're always having new traders joining us, so we need experienced traders to help them when I'm not there. And the trading room works all day. I don't have to be there for it to work. If you're a full-time member, you get access to that trading room 24/7. If you're going to join the installment, which means you're paying towards the course, the money you're going to pay for this 2 month will go towards paying for your course. So, if you don't want, then that's all. You pay $100 and that's it. If you decide to continue, that will be deducted from the cost of the course. And whenever you want to, you can keep paying by $100. You can pay by $200. Some traders paid already by $500 a month. It's up to you. It's a one-time payment if you pay for the course. Once you finish paying for the course, you don't have to pay for anything else. You get lifetime access. What is lifetime access? As the traders who are here with me for 4 years, they'll tell you what lifetime access means to everything. They will tell you what a joy it is. As the traders who actually left for a couple of years and came back, for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason is. We don't ask people their reasons. They stopped trading. They traded for a week. Some of them just learned. They took the course, learned it, spent a year giving it a try. It didn't work properly for them. They left. They probably surfed around the internet to see if there's anything better. There's nothing better. They're coming back. They're welcome back. They have lifetime access. That's what it means. That even if you do whatever you have to do, things happen in life. People get divorced and then come back. They go through a very tough period in their life. They get themselves back together, come back trading. We are always here to help them. So basically, lifetime access means lifetime access, unless you messed it up, which means you're not going to insult anybody in the room. You're not going to behave bad, and you're not going to, steal anything from anyone like ideas. Then you're pretty good for that, because we don't allow traders to go steal our ideas and sell it out there. Otherwise, that you're great. Those are like the many things. So we'd like to see you in here. We really want to see you. Join us. We're giving you this opportunity this 2 months. Let me go. New Zealand. Same thing. up move. We're expecting that up move. I think it's going to finish very soon. They might go a little more, but then it's downside. Once you get that, it's downside. We'll be looking at this as a possible running flat. And then we'll be looking to sell it. I'm not going to go through the New Zealand, how it can change again. I think you get the idea by now. Yen, upside. So yen, this piece was a confusion with buying and selling, and then eventually gone up and we got it. Now it's at the top. Guess what we're looking for? So here's the deal. I'm going to make this challenge to all of you watching this video right now. And you don't have to believe me. You can just follow it. I'm telling you, the probability of this thing coming back here is about 80%. And here is what we will do. We will allow it to come here. We'll wait for a flag and we'll start to sell this down. See this one, we'll sell it down like that. You might even get 1 or 2 small buys in the correction when it starts to make a deeper correction here before it comes. So just keep this in mind, follow. Can this go a little higher before that happens? Yeah, we're still buying. We're still looking for buy setups here. If we get a buy setup, we'll take it. But we already assume that this at some point comes back here. So we're waiting for that setup. Once the setup is there, we're good to go. So you want to see this happen? Join us for 2 months. In 2 months, that would happen. We'll show you step by step how we look at it, what we're looking for, what changes, and what we do with it, how we sell it, how we buy it. CAD, I think you already know what I'm looking for, right? You can just watch my chart and see. See, we expect that to go up there, but then from there, we'll be expecting this to come down. See? We'll be expecting this to come down here. And here's the thing, when it comes here, it could still go back up. But we will look for a sell setup this afternoon. I can tell you we'll be doing in the trading room in the New York session this afternoon. This afternoon in the New York session, we will be looking for this to come back here to the bottom, right? So if this is a contracting flat, then we had 1, 2, 3. If it is not a contracting flat, they will come back to the bottom here, go back up there, and then drop. This is what we're expecting for. So if we get this set up here to sell, we will be selling that. I think the Swiss, we bought it. The Swiss, we bought it already. Yeah, we bought the Swiss. See that buy setup there? I think you know my charts already. We're hoping that this is going to break this top. See the arrow where it's coming from here to break that top. I bought it here, close it. We bought it back here. And now we're in this trade to that top. When it gets to that top, well, very likely downside. It can go a little higher. I think they will break the top and go a little higher. And then we're expecting this to go down back. So we'll see. If it keeps going, well, we're in the buy. If it starts to drop, good for us. So those are the trades. I can show you some of the other trades we're looking at. Euro CAD, we're in the sell. You can see we already have a sell setup. Those were sells. We're looking for sell setups here. Euro New Zealand, we don't have anything right now. We need this to pull back. That was a sell yesterday. We need this to pull back to sell. Pound Oz consolidating. We'll be selling it. As soon as this consolidates, it will consolidate more. I expect this to consolidate like this, and then we will be selling it. If we realize that this is going to go back up, and it could go back up after a pullback like that, we'll buy. We don't have a setup for the buy. Pound Yen, this looks like a running flat to me. So if it is a running flat, then there's one more impulse up. We will definitely buy it. Now, if it is not a running flat, then what it will do is it'll start to consolidate here. And if it consolidates, we'll sell. So we just have to decide, is that a running flat or not? In time, we will know. CAD, we're looking for sell setups. The pound CAD, we're looking for sell. Aussie Swiss, we bought it and we're looking for more buy. Aussie Swiss has a big way to go. I think I showed you this in a few of my webinars. At that point, we actually told you about this up move when it was coming down, that, it will stop. And then we're going to expect this move, or we're going to expect that move, one out of the two. So when it gets to this level, that is when we start to look at this. That was a buy setup here. We will look at this for possible downside at that level, because then that's a running flat. But if that running flat has nothing to do with this, which means it's going up totally, we're coming back to this stuff. So some of my traders in this trade from this morning, I think they might have closed it already. We'll wait for this to consolidate and we'll buy again. It's consolidating right now. You can see there already. So once it's consolidated here, we'll look for the buy setup. What else do we have? We have New Zealand Swiss for the same thing, right? This one is a buy. That's an active buy right now. Trade, you see this flat. We took the entry there, and that's an active buy going up. That happens this morning. CAD Swiss, we're also looking for a buy. This one was yesterday buy. We will close it. We'll look for another buy. So this is consolidating here. I can tell you what we'll do. We'll let this consolidate some more, and then we'll be looking for that trade to the upside. This also has a big move to the upside, right? Those are the trades we have. S&P 500, we're looking for a sell setup here. This is an active sell right now. If it doesn't go in the next 2 hours, my traders will close it, but that's a sell right now that is valid. We're in that trade. We'll see how it goes. It's already there for 3 hours. I don't like it, which means we might close that trade at that point and put an entry under the low. We don't have a trade on this one, although we think this could go down, but we don't have a trade. We have a trade in the US 30. This is an active trade in the US 30. So it's there for 3 hours. It's not going. A couple hours is not going. We'll probably close the trade and we'll wait for another flag to sell or put an entry under it. Basically, how we trade. If the trade doesn't go immediately, we get the hell out of it. If it goes, good for us. So that's a strategy. Now I'll show you Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin is in a big sideways move. Go back and watch the video I gave you Monday, because Bitcoin didn't do all of this on Monday. So when this was coming down, that was all we had. And I told you we will either get a correction up or they'll go. They went sharp, they did this, come here, come back, go there. And I told you, well, watch it, it's coming down back here. And then from here, it should go back up. We're not looking for a sell here, but if you want to sell it, it's a short trade down to the bottom. It will go back up to the top. So this should come here, basically. And then we should probably see this go back up there. And then come down back again, because that's a flat. Then come back down. And then go. And I'm pretty sure if you're watching this for the first time, you're thinking, is this guy crazy? Like, does he really think this is what he's going to do? Come here, go there, come here, go there. Well, I can show you about 100 of those that we made those forecasts, and that's exactly what it did. Now, it doesn't have to do exactly this. These are forecasts based on simple patterns. Patterns are more complex than that. But if it's going to make a complex pattern and we recognize it, we will just change these and the trade will not be affected. So why? Well, if it's going to be as complex as possible, it still has to go back up before it comes down. So by all means, we're going to get a buy and we're going to get a sell. And then all of this will be just correction for upside. So I hope you're not seeing this for the first time, but if you are, share it with someone. It might help them. So you have just a few more days to grab this special offer and join us for 2 months for a symbolic coffee a day. I'll return those coffees with you if you decide to stay with us. So put it this way, you're going to give me a coffee a day to give you an hour, to give you 2 hours of live trading. And if you like what we do, I'll return you your coffee at the end of the 2 months if you decide to join us, because that money will go towards paying for your course, to train you and make you an independent trader so you can do this without me. Like my traders did this morning in the trading room. They literally pull a ton of money out of those trades without me. That's the amazing thing. We train you so that you can be independent. Thank you very much. Trade with care. I'm going to leave it here now, and I hope to see you in the room as soon as possible with us. Take the challenge and trade with care. Bye.